world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action. It's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
14, run it. 12.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Wilson. A dump off for Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
On second down, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ed Dixon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. And his first look is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed busting through to get him for a loss of 6. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gone!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on set and change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was waving as hard as wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it was really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Eluding the pressure right. He lets it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week. Off to a really, really hot start.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The quick slant caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but they've got a 3rd and inches.